Hello, welcome back to another episode of Baking with Bob. So on today's episode we will be making a fake away, which is requested on my Instagram and my Baking with Bob page on Facebook. I have made this before, many years ago. I'm going to whip it up again for you now. So we're making a sausage and egg McMuffin and a hash brown. So what will we need to get started? For the hash brown we will need potato and an egg, and that is all you'll need for that one, and some oil to fry with. And for the sausage and egg McMuffin you will need an English muffin, an egg, 500 grams of pork mince, a tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of black pepper, a tablespoon of sage finely ground, and a tablespoon of salt. And that will be everything we need for that. You will need a little bit of butter for your muffin, but that's also optional. And don't forget your American square plastic cheese slice thingy. So what do we need to do to start? We need to peel the potato. So let's get started. Ooh, what did we forget? Wash our hands. That's step one always. Let's wash our hands. Okay, hands nice and washed. Now we'll get on with the first step, which is to peel the potato. So, once your potato is peeled, I would advise getting a couple of bits of kitchen roll and placing them down, and then get yourself a cheese grater. And then what we're going to do is we're literally just going to grate the potato. And there we go, that is our potato grated. Next, what you're going to want to do is squash as much moisture out as possible. So what I do is I get a bit more kitchen roll, spread the potato out slightly and push it over the top and press down nice and hard. And you will see all the moisture starts to go into the kitchen roll. So once you've taken the excess moisture off, what you can do next is you can pop it into a tea towel and squeeze till all the juice comes out, or continue with the paper towel method. Lay your tea towel out and tip out all of that grated potato. Form it into a ball, twist, and then squeeze out as much of that liquid as you can. And squeezing out all the liquid is what's going to help it make it go crispy. I've just emptied that juice out of there, and then what we're going to do next is put that ball of potato into your bowl and separate it up again. There we go, that's that little bit done. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to add a bit of pepper to taste and some salt. And there we go. Next, you're going to want to grab a fork and one egg. And you want to crack your egg into the mixture, well, the potato. And give it a good stirring till it's all nice and covered. There we go. It's all nicely mixed in now. And then leave that to one side. Okay, so that's your hash brown set to the side. Next, what we want is a mixing bowl and your pork mince. So there is the mixing bowl. And you want to add your 500 grams of pork mince to the mixing bowl. Remember to take off your piece of paper off the back. And then we just want to separate that up a little bit. So I'm just going to use a knife just to start it separating. There we go, that's better, rather than one big lump. And to this, you're going to add your tablespoon of sage. Sprinkle it all over so you can mix it in nicely. You can use your hands for this to get right in there and squash it all in together. I'm going to use a spatula for now and give it a really good stirring so it's all nice and mixed in. There we go. And then you're going to add a tablespoon of sugar, and again sprinkle it all over so you can mix it in nicely. The sugar is what will help caramelise the outside of the sausage. There we go, give that a good old mix all in together. There we go. Then we're going to add a tablespoon of finely ground black pepper. There we go. And again, mix that all in nice. And then a tablespoon of salt. And again, give it a good old mix in. So for this final stage, I am going to use my fingers to make sure it's all nicely smushed in. So here we go. Just squeeze and turn. And you want it to look as nice and even as possible. There we go, that looks nice and even. So then, just because we've touched raw meat, we're going to give our hands another quick wash. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we are going to roll out our meat that we've just done. Now, to stop it from sticking, I'm going to use some greaseproof paper. Let's just get you on here with the close-up. There we go. And it's also handy if you've got a cookie cutter to hand that's the same size or a little bit bigger than the muffin. And then grab a dollop of your mixture. Fold the paper over and roll. And you want to roll it quite thin. McDonald's burgers are thin, probably to the thickness of about a centimetre. No, definitely no more than a centimetre. Okay, so can you see that? I've rolled it out nice and thin, and then I'm going to use a cutter to cut out my round. And there we go. There is one sausage meat patty. What you can also do is you can freeze these in the freezer, nice and sealed, and they will last a good while. I always like to say about a month. So there's two there. So what you will want is let me just put you back in the centre, is a frying pan, and you're going to want to pop that on a low heat. And while that's heating up, you're going to want to get your hash brown mixture ready, and your eggs will be the next step. So while that heats up, I'm going to cut in half my muffin, the English all butter muffin, and then we're going to cut this in half, and it will want to be toasted right towards the end. For the egg for the muffin, you're going to want a little bit of butter and an egg. I swear by these big mugs to do this, because we are going to do the egg in the microwave. So what you'll need to do is put a knob of butter in the bottom of the mug, melt that in the microwave and swill it round, and then we'll place our egg in. So, I don't know if you can see that in there. A knob of butter in the microwave, just a few seconds. Okay, while that's melting in the microwave, we will get on with the hash brown. So yeah, give it one more little mix. Now mine does look a little bit wet because I've not added enough potato. I've only used one potato, but that will be fine. And then what you want to do is shape it in your hands, or if you have a round, you can put it in a round and do it that way. I don't think I have the right size, so I'm going to shape it by hand. So what I did there, just to make it easier, because mine was too wet, was I got a piece of kitchen roll, I put a dollop in, squashed it in the kitchen roll, and then you can shape it in your hands, like so. And then you'll add that to the hot oil, in the pan, and let it fry on one side until nice and golden brown, and then flip. Do not flip beforehand. And then we can also do, in the same oil, we can do our sausage patties. Now, if you prefer to do them in a George Foreman to make them a bit healthier, you're more than welcome. You can do them under the grill, but the reason why I like to do them in the frying pan is I can squash them down and stop them shrinking too much. So, in goes my first hash brown, and just leave it like that. So sorry, the camera cut off there. I'm not sure where it cut off, so I'll just do a quick backtrack. What I've done is I have put the hash brown mixture into a paper towel, squashed it in my hands again, taken the paper towel off, added that to the frying pan on a medium heat, and leaving it. Do not touch it or turn it until the first side is golden brown. Once that becomes golden brown and you flip it, that's then when we add the sausage meat to the frying pan as well. And like I said before, you can use a George Foreman for the sausage meat or a grill, but I like to do it in the frying pan because I can keep pressure on it and stop it from shrinking too much. We've also done the egg, so the butter is melted in the bottom of the mug. We've cracked an egg in it and just popped the yolk slightly. Then you are going to get a piece of kitchen roll and you're going to place it over the top of the mug, and it's going to go into the microwave. We're not turning the microwave on just yet. We're going to leave that for the last possible moment because it only takes about 30 seconds. The hash brown is starting to cook, but it's still not quite ready. It has formed one solid piece at the bottom. We're just going to give that another minute, and then we will flip that over and we will put in our sausage meat. So the oil I have used in the pan is extra virgin olive oil because the flavour will help the end product. Okay, so I'm just lifting up the bottom and I can see that it's just started to go golden brown. So I'm going to flip that over, press it down slightly and just leave that again. And then next we are going to add the sausage meat and just pop it in. There we go. So 2 sausage patties and our hash brown. They don't take too long to cook. You'll see when it's ready because it will change from a pink to a grey. And while that's happening, we're going to pop down our muffin. Now that the muffin is down, what we're going to do is once we've flipped the sausage meat, we're going to put the microwave on for 30 seconds with the tissue over the top of the mug and leave that to go. And then we will check again, take the tissue off, and you'll see if all the white has set. If it's not, put it on again for another up to 30 seconds, but keep checking. You'll be able to see when the sausage meat is done because it will start to have a nice brown edge, and that's when we can flip it. So I'm just going to check the underside, and there is a slight browning to the edge, so I'm going to flip the sausage meat over. And blast the microwave. Okay, so after the first 30-second blast, my egg was not ready. It was still see-through and clear in the middle, but nice and white around the edges. So I've just put it on for another 30 seconds, and I'll probably check it at about 20, just to be on the safe side. Okay, so once your muffin is done, we're going to just butter that slightly. So I only like mine lightly toasted, and I'm just going to put a little bit of butter on each side. Okay, and then with the bottom piece, the first thing that goes on is your slice of cheese. Next, you want to take another piece of kitchen towel just to dry off the sausage patties. So I'm going for a double sausage and egg. So on go the 2 sausage patties. Next, we'll grab our egg. Be careful, the cook can be quite hot. And then just with your fork, go into the egg and just run it around the sides to help loosen it off, like so. Now we add the top, and there is our sausage egg McMuffin. So I'm just going to give you a close-up of that. There is our sausage egg McMuffin. So now turn off all your heat, because your hash brown should be nice and ready too. If it's not, you can leave it in for a little bit longer. So I'm just going to give you a close-up on this camera. Here we go. 1 sausage egg McMuffin, McGuffie muffin. So let's take that out. Push it onto the kitchen roll. And let's show that to the camera as well. There we go. 1 hash brown. And there we go. 1 sausage and egg McMuffin with hash brown. So the full meal. And that's it. That's everything. Now I hope you've managed to follow this video quite okay enough. I say that again. I hope you've managed to follow this video okay. It has been a little bit slapdash and a little bit rushed compared to normal with all the different steps. But you can pause, rewind and keep going over and over until you manage to perfect this. Now I absolutely love this recipe and I feel like it tastes just like the original. If you think it does as well, please leave a comment down below. If you have a go at this, please feel free to share to my Instagram, which is baking.with.bob, or to the Facebook page of Baking with Bob. If you've got any requests, you can also leave them there as well. I would absolutely love it and appreciate it if you can hit that like button and the subscribe button and share this with all of your friends, because I'm sure we're all missing McDonald's breakfast at this time. So that's it for today. Again, I thank you so much for tuning into my channel once again, and I will see you next time.